So you mentioned challenging Assembly Bill 2098 in California. I actually have some good news on that front. So along with 4 other physicians in California, we filed a case before the Murthy case challenging Assembly Bill 2098, also in federal court, both on First Amendment free speech grounds and on 14th Amendment equal protection grounds. And we got an injunction against that law. So the federal judge stepped in and said, no, this law that would gag physicians, it was basically a gag order on physicians, saying any physician who contradicted what the law called the current scientific consensus on COVID could be punished by the medical board, including potentially losing our medical license. So this was a very, very chilling law. And of course, physicians, the whole notion of the current scientific consensus on something that was rapidly evolving like COVID is hard to know. So the net effect of the law was basically, I'm not going to say anything that contradicts the California Department of Health. I'm just going to read from a script. I'm going to be a robot rather than a physician trying to tailor my recommendations to the individual needs of my patient. So we challenged that law. The court stepped in and enjoined the law. And then seeing the writing on the wall, the legislature and the governor basically reversed the law legislatively. Right. So they slipped into another healthcare bill. We're just going to cross out that, that thing we introduced.
I've never seen that before.
Ago. Yeah, that was really something.
Wild. Nobody saw that. Like he just said, it was probably a 5-page bill if you printed it out, and it was the last sentence on one of the paragraphs. And we casually revoke AB 2098. And it's interesting, you call it a gag. I think that's a euphemism. We called it the noose because they were revoking or they were planning. And we saw Dr. Huang, for example, where they revoked his medical license. And if you can't work, you can't provide for your family. I mean, I'm not suggesting that anyone would kill themselves, but you're killing his profession, his income, his livelihood, and affecting his or her family irreparably. So a gag.
No, you're right. Yeah, my metaphor was too weak and yours is much more apt because
I think you're being kind.
Yeah. This went beyond censorship. I got fired from my job at UCI.
Exactly.
That's a pretty severe penalty, but I still am practicing medicine in the state of California. If they take away my license, my ability to practice medicine is gone. So that's about as severe a professional penalty as you could have for a physician.
Especially after all those years, I mean, decades of training and education and practice, it's not something that you can easily recover from, especially with your skills and